Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I want to kind of preface this video beforehand before you listen to it. This is another one of those podcasts where I have gameplay. I'm looking to change that in the future, but right now with work and school, I'm kind of a little bit swamped. That's why there's only one video this week. Speaking of being swamped, this video had to be recorded on my laptop in a hotel room. That's why the audio is not what you're used to, or the recording is not what you're used to. I had to record some quick games of League of Legends. I know they're not the greatest thing in the world, but they're games where I went positive and we won. It was so much fun actually doing this and sitting down. This is not going to take away from the experience of the conversation, so please don't let that actually affect your listening experience, because it is a very important conversation about student athletes, and we get into some really good information that not everyone knows, and it's good for people to know more information. That's the point of these things. So at the end of this video, you're also going to see a new outro. I'm testing a whole bunch of stuff recently. I got a friend that's helping me, and we're going to talk more about that later. Please enjoy the video.
Hi, my name's Mario Honest. I go to Lynn Benton Community College, and I know Jacob because we've been friends for about 3 years, and we were voice partners.
Well, we've known each other longer than 4 years.
Yeah, that's true, but I didn't really know you.
So in the theme of, the people I've been talking to, I talked to a college student last week, and this week I want to talk to a student athlete and kind of pick your brain about that. So what sport do you play?
I play volleyball.
And I'm not very well versed in volleyball. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna pretend like I am. I know that there's dedicated like rotations and a front and a back. Do you have a specific position you play? If so, what is a position called?
I play middle blocker. I'm the
Middle
tall girl.
So what does that entail for people that don't know volleyball like myself?
Okay. I never pass a ball. I do hitting and blocking. That's about it.
Are you the girl that spikes and hits the other girl in the face?
It's called hitting, but yeah.
So you spike it and you cause an imprint in someone's face daily.
That's the idea. That's the hope and dream.
All right. That's what you dream about every night when you go to bed?
No, not at all, but...
Okay. I personally would say that you're a very good volleyball athlete. That's just my personal belief.
Oh,
From the
thank
volleyball
you.
athletes that I've seen. There's no doubt in my mind that when you transfer out of a community college that you're in right now, you will, without a doubt, go D1. I don't know where you go.
Probably not.
Why do
Probably
you
not
not?
D1. Maybe continue playing. Maybe just focus in on education.
So first off, let me rephrase that. Do you want to continue to play after?
Part of me is interested on what it would be like to play a higher level of volleyball. It's been a huge jump from being in high school ball to being in college ball. Another part of me just wants to focus in on my education.
So we're going to get to education a little bit, because that's a very important aspect to your life and everyone else's life when they come to be a student athlete and whatnot. How was that jump? Was it hard to get used to? Was it easy to get used to? Was it something that you enjoy?
Well, actually, it was a pretty easy transition, purely because we were here 2 months before school started to start in on volleyball, and then we just started classes. So it was kind of like get used to volleyball, get used to roommates, and then jump into school.
So obviously, there's a lot of training that goes into sports. I mean, every sport is a little different. The joke is like football, super athletic, and then like baseball, you sit around, chug beer, and hit the ball as hard as you can, and go full steroid mode.
Right.
What's that look like for volleyball? Are you is there a conditioning regimen? Is there a lifting regimen? Is there a
So during the summer, we did 6 hours of volleyball a day. Now we twice a week for an hour. And yeah, I've gotten a lot stronger. I added 3 inches to my vertical.
Heck yeah.
I'm touching 9, 6.5.
So volleyball, I played volleyball 1 year in a middle school, which is way different than yours, and I know at no means comparing it. But I do know just from the basis of volleyball that it's not a super easy sport.
No, it's really not.
On social media right now, we're in a day and age to where sexist jokes, racist jokes, all that are like a super popular thing. So people are like, oh, what's the sport that doesn't take leaps of skill? And it's like, oh, anything that women are in, or like, oh, it's softball, volleyball, whatnot, which is absolutely baloney, because volleyball takes a lot. There's, like you said, there's a lot of strength training, there's a lot of conditioning, there's a lot of technique involved.
Yeah, everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their different strengths that they need to get better in. Our conditioning and working out is very different from the basketball girls, just because we have different games. We do a lot of like jumping and landing so you don't get hurt, and so that you can move faster and change direction faster, whereas they might do more jumping because they're rebounding. So I feel like everyone has their own like necessities athletically, and if you prefer men's sports, like do your thing, but like also, I don't know, I think everything's pretty interesting.
So out of the 3 major things that I said of the conditioning, as of working on running and that type of stuff, strength training and technique, which is the most tedious for you personally? What's one that you're just like, I don't want to do this anymore whenever practice that hits?
I mean, I really love running and I enjoy conditioning. So I guess it would be like the tedious stuff for hitting and like that kind of stuff, just because it's so specific to yourself and it's changing so many of your like natural habits that it's a lot of effort, I guess, for many hours.
So, granted, I fully know this going into this question that your team is not funded the same as, let's say, the Oregon Ducks football team or Alabama football team or even, the Oregon Ducks women's basketball team. I totally understand that going into this question, but what does the coaching staff look like for your guys' team? Do you guys have like a personal trainer, a head coach? Do you guys have people that cook for you? Like, what's your day in, day out type interaction with the coaching staff?
Yeah, so I have a head coach and then I have 3 assistant coaches and an athletic trainer.
Do you guys have like team meals and whatnot?
So occasionally during the summer we would have a team meal just for like a fun bonding thing that was put on by the school, but we don't have like a constant team meal.
Okay. So how does your social life interact with your volleyball mates? Is it your main group of social life in college is going to be surrounded by those girls, or is it going to be, you're just having the normal college experience where you're branching out, trying to meet new people from different places?
I think I kind of got like ahead on my social life volleyball team purely because a lot of them are amazing, and my best friends at this point are, well, obviously Emily from high school, but then I now have Lauren as my roommate and I have Tori, and then I also have a lot of girls on the team that I really enjoy spending time with, but I am branching out to like get to know new people.
So you said your roommate. Does your roommate also play volleyball?
Yeah, all of us, well, every person that has like a roommate pretty much is in the volleyball team that's from our team.
So you talk about a roommate, which means you're not living at home.
I'm not living at home.
How was that transition for you, especially having to leave 2 months earlier?
I mean, it was kind of sad to like leave my summer behind because I moved in on July 24th ish and like started living here end of July. It was kind of tough to like leave behind like the people that I was really close to at home, but moving in, I don't know, it was just everyone brought something from my like group and we ended up having a pretty successful move in and get to know each other.
Cool. So you had a very, I don't know if I would say, and I want you to correct me on this because I don't want to use the wrong term here. You had a hardship with leaving everyone, ending your summer so soon, and moving into this new transitional life. But it was something that you felt that paid off, was awesome, was great. You have a whole new, I guess, family now. Would that be a correct thing to say or no?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel like our coach is almost like a mother figure, which is she's very honest, she's very kind. And then, moving in with 2 people can be like kind of scary, but I couldn't have been matched with better people.
So you have 2 roommates, and both are volleyball girls.
Mhm.
Does that have any struggle with like not wanting to go to practice and all of you just like bailing together, or no?
Oh, well, you don't bail on practice.
I didn't know. That's why we're having these conversations.
Yeah, there's no bailing on practice. Like, there's definitely mornings where it's like, do I want to wake up at 6 a.m. and be in the weights by like 7? No, there's 3 of us and one of us at least has to really want to go or know that we have to, and
Push the other girls,
we're there. Huh?
and then push the other girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, brother, you're getting out of bed, right?
Yeah, I understand the whole not wanting to. I was dumb, and I have classes every day besides one day where I gotta be up at pending 6 or 6:30. So not the same because I'm not going to go lift for a couple hours or an hour or so. However, I understand that not wanting to go. Moving away from the sports stuff because we will get back to that. I wanna touch a little bit more about your future in sports, but let's talk about your current life situation and how things are going. So is it hard to find the balance between the school and like the school, the homework, all the social stuff, and the games, the practices, the weightlifting, all that?
I feel like no matter, moving away from family is going to make it a little bit harder to, I don't know, like manage your time because like you no longer have your mom saying like, what's up? Like, why aren't you doing homework? So I definitely have more things going on in my schedule because I have a couple practices or a game and a practice beforehand and a run through. So like that adds a little bit, but also I've always been okay at, scheduling with a lot of lists. I've been able to get most of it done.
I mean, I have like we said in the beginning. I've known you we've been friends for 4 years. I've known you longer. You are a very self-driven, self-motivated type person that when you have your mind and heart set to something, it doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a good thing and a bad thing, obviously, with everything in life. There's a negative and there's a pro with it.
Right.
What is your, let's say, for instance, you dropped volleyball tomorrow and you just cut it off like an arm. You just severed it.
Oh,
what would be
bloody.
your full goal? What would be your full goal with your schooling? What would be like, what is your heart set on? What is something that you want? Or are you just exploring, having a fun time in college?
Well, of course I want to have a fun time in college, but I definitely would like to get my biohealth degree and then also move on and get my master's to become a physician's assistant.
So you'd want to be a PA?
Yes.
Awesome. So what would you personally want to do with the PA? Because I know there's a lot you can do. I know some PAs that are like seen as like doctors to where they, go into them and are treated like doctors. And I know there's some PAs that are play more of a background role and whatnot. What would your heart lead you to do?
Oh, I would love to work in women's health. That's my main. But then I also would love to do just general care. I don't see myself really working in a hospital because it's a very like stressful environment like all the time. So maybe more of like a scheduled job or really just serving other people.
Yeah, I know. I had a surgery this summer that could have been really, really, really scary. They were doing a whole bunch of screening and testing for everything known to man, and that's not something I'll talk about right now. But I remember laying in the hospital bed, and I was just like looking at the ceiling, like, "Oh my God, this is horrible." And the nurse and I were talking and whatnot. Like, "Oh, the doctor's here to see you." The doctor comes in and he's like, "Hey, just so you know," which I've already paid. Like I said, no one wants to be to a bed in a gown.
No.
Like that's just not fun, especially because it's just a bad environment altogether. We're not gonna get into details. And the doctor says to me, "Hey, just so you know, like the possibility of anything showing up on this is like so slim. We don't really have to do it." And I'm like, dude, why are we talking about the possibilities? If I pay and I'm here, you guys should at least take the time to check. So I understand the hospital stress. I mean, everyone is on edge. It is a very high stress, fast paced environment. So you want to just kind of take a lower stressful job. I mean, obviously anything in the medical field is not going to be stressless. That's just, that'd be dumb of you to say. But when you say women's health, is it more like, women's physical health? I know this is a dumb question because you talked that you want to go in the medical field, but have you ever thought about doing like women's mental health or women's anything to do with like the psychology aspect? Or are you just strictly, I want to go medical field that is in the physical realm?
I've definitely thought about doing like mental health because that's also very interesting to me, but I'm not really interested in getting like a psychology major per se. I would like to go into a more medical aspect, but I also would like to do some like education along the lines of birth control, options, really just everything.
So we're not going to sit here and debate or argue. That's so not the point of having this conversation. If we disagree, great. If we agree, whatever. But from what I'm hearing, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that you want to go into a place like Planned Parenthood.
Absolutely.
So you could actually be not only the educational role, but you could also have that balance of doing the whole medical side of it.
Absolutely, yeah. I've been to Planned Parenthood. I've gotten the rod for birth control from Planned Parenthood. I would love to be a person that did procedures. I would also love to educate people about it. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very interested in Planned Parenthood. My mom worked there for 12 years, so I've always loved that idea.
So time out. I giggled at this and I want to have a conversation just in case anyone else giggled by chance. The rod is obviously, I believe, birth control, right?
Yes.
Is that the metal bar in your arm?
It's not metal. It's like a very malleable little, I don't know, I guess it's the size of about like a quarter in length. Okay. And it's very thin. Yeah, it goes into your arm. It's injected they put a needle, and then through that spot that they just created with like the numbing, they slide in this, I guess you'd call it like a bar into your arm, but it's a malleable little thing.
So
it lasts for about 3 years.
I've never heard it called a rod. That's why I giggle. Is just I didn't know what that was talking about. I've never heard that slang for it, I guess. So that's just me being sure. Which from me as I am an immature person. So moving forward, you want to go PA. How many years is that for PA? Is that 6?
Yeah,
5?
It's 6.
6. Okay. This is where I want to talk a little bit more about the sports aspect before we talk about your life and stuff. If you decide to play in D1 school or D2 or whatever it is that your heart is set on or you get invited to or asked to do, I don't know what the technical word there is, where would you want to go? Where would your heart be like, boom, here's where I want to go? Do you want to stay in this great state that we live in? Do you want to move out of here? What's your idea?
I mean, it's very expensive to move out, I guess, out of the state.
Money's
So
on
like I've
offer.
always wanted to go to Oregon State just because my grandmother went there, my grandfather went there. It's always been like a family tradition to go to Oregon State. I was looking at Boise State prior to deciding on Lynn Benton. It just wasn't practical for me to spend that kind of money. I don't know. That end of the day, I'd have to see what was financially stable for me down the road.
Okay, well, you definitely just hurt me by saying that you're gonna volunteer yourself to be a beaver, which is really disgusting and gross. As
Whoa,
in
beavers are
Oregon.
great.
Yeah, okay. No, that's yeah. I believe they're down at halftime today, which is Saturday. We're recording this. Like 0-43.
Whoa, stop attacking. Stop
I'm pretty.
attacking my beavers. I'll go put on the hat if you want me to.
No, it's fine. Let's just OSU.
Are you really about to pull up the score?
I'm just curious.
That is so petty.
Just out of sheer curiosity. Oh, 52-7.
Out of sheer curiosity, I'm gonna pull up the score and make you feel like your future school is insignificant to other schools.
Well, no.
Sorry, what's the score? Could you please update me?
Oh, 52-7 is the final score.
Oh, I'm really proud of them. They got that 7 points.
Yeah, right. Do they have a good volleyball team?
Actually, yeah, I watched them earlier this year with my team. I went with my roommate. Way too expensive to get in, by the way. $7. But yes, it's a pretty good team. And they have former LB players.
Former LB, what does that mean? Oh, Lynn Benton players. Okay.
Can you hear the train?
I can hear the train.
Happens every 40 minutes.
Does that keep you up at night?
Used to. I've evolved.
You've evolved. That's what college will do to you. It will make you evolve.
We'll see.
I run on like 4 hours of sleep now between YouTube, work, and which is where I'm at right now. By the way, everyone listening, I am at a conference for work. That's why this video is a little, rushed and whatnot. I've been wanting to do it, but I haven't had time, and I'm recording in a hotel room. So, yeah. Anyways, between work,
what are you doing for work right now?
I work for Best Buy.
You work for Best Buy?
I work for Best Buy.
Oh my goodness! What do you do?
I'm a computer salesman.
You are?
I am a computer salesman, yeah.
So where are you right now?
I'm in Portland.
You're in Portland for work?
Portland, Oregon. I'm staying in a hotel room that they bought me so I could do training.
Whoa, sorry. I feel like I should have known that already, but like...
No, you actually want to hear the story on that?
I would absolutely love to. There's nothing more in my life.
Wow, that was the most sarcasm I've ever gotten from you in a recording, or from anyone in a recording. So I went in and I applied for a job for customer service.
Mm-hmm.
And I impressed the GM, the general manager, so much that instead of offering me the job for customer service, he offered me a job for computer sales.
Oh, cool.
So I'm a part-time computer salesman now after I've done 2 weeks of training, and I'm on my 3rd week now of training, and then in the 4th or 5th week I should be out on the floor selling computers.
So are you the kind of person that tries to force someone into buying?
That's not how we do things at Best Buy.
No?
I've learned that they have like a very structured way of doing things here, and it's not like, hey, like it's not snake oil salesman, right? It's not like I go up to you like, hey, you can buy this computer.
Jacob, nobody will know. Wink once if it's actually.
No, that's surely like I have a whole packet that is like a
wink twice.
Maria, they're not snaky. I promise you. It really shocked me.
Oh, they're not snaky. I'm scared of snakes. So I'd have to end this call right now.
Oh, turns out people bring crazy stuff into stores. Like there's a guy telling me that there's a guy that frequently brought in his pet snakes in his hoodie pocket.
No.
Into Best Buy.
No.
Yeah, that's what I learned today. I also learned that there's one time a guy came over from, I believe, China, or it was South Korea. This was someone else telling me the story, so I don't remember how it went. But they rang their card for a purchase of like $20,000, and their card got declined, obviously, because it was an international payment for high payment. So they declined his card. So he called his bank, went to a bank nearby, and then just got all the money and brought in bags of money in $100 bills and just paid for all the stuff on the spot, which is crazy. I mean, that could just pay off my student immediately.
I'm a little disturbed by that, not gonna lie.
Just
imagine carrying around that much money. Like, I could totally save a college student from all this stress, but instead I'm just gonna carry it in like a little bag. Not a little bag, because it would have to be a lot of money. I'm just gonna carry it into Best Buy and buy
Yeah, I mean, people love technology. It's crazy how much people just go crazy for technology.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, the Best Buy trains you so well. I could talk about the Apple Watch and the Apple products and computers for forever now, and I'm just learning. So, anyways, this is
So
not
is the
about me.
Apple Watch worth it?
Are you genuinely asking me?
I'm actually asking that.
Yeah, it is. I mean, for most
No,
people.
don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Is it
I'm
worth
not.
it?
No, so you can text, you can call, and the most important thing is if you have like loved ones that are older, there's like fall protection and whatnot. Not like protection, but if you fall and you don't respond to it, it'll call 911 if you're not okay. There's stuff to monitor your heart rate to let you know what's going on. So it could what is that called? Predict a heart attack. Not really predict, but can sense a heart attack coming out from a regular heartbeat and whatnot. So it's like really super duper important and whatnot for some people's lives.
What
So yeah,
kind of deals can you get me?
I don't work in that. I don't work in that side of the store. I don't know the promos that are going on right now. So sorry.
So you're of no
I
help to me right
if
now.
if I had my little iPad on me, I could boop 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 and pull it up and look, but I don't know.
Well, that's no,
Um,
but
I know
whatever. It's
I'm
okay.
not helpful. So, anyways, it's not about me. It's about you.
Of course, right?
So, did you? I'm a little lost. Did you say that if given the opportunity, you'd want to play volleyball in a D1 school or no?
I don't know yet. I guess I'll get there. Like, I don't know how hard my classes would be at the time, how much time I would have to spend more in a gym, what it would look like financially. Like, that's all plays into my decision.
So I've noticed a lot of athletes at my school. Not all of them, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to make a generalized statement, but I've noticed some of them, if not a lot of them, take a lot of easy classes and just focus on academics and get like really easy degrees. So I praise you. I hold you up as a shining example of someone who doesn't. So good job
Oh,
on that.
no, I'm taking very easy classes right now because I'm in season.
Well, yeah, like what do you mean easy classes? Define your easy because I bet you that's not the same as the easy I'm thinking.
Sure. I'm in Calm 111. I'm in Chem 150. I'm in a health class that's just like normal health. I'm in a weights training class. I've already tested out of all of my math credits, so I don't like need to take anything else. And I think that I only have one more writing class, but I'm taking harder classes when I'm not in season for sure.
Yeah, but you're also taking like chemistry class, and that's not easy. I mean, communications class sounds easy. The weight training, obviously, and the health
Okay.
class.
Oh, whoa. Back up, buddy.
What?
Communications is actually really hard.
How?
Because I have to do like a 3 to 5 minute speech on myself. I'm not that interesting.
Okay, everyone's interesting if you boil it down to the root core of it.
When
But
I was 7 years old, I
that's
tripped. I fell. Done.
which made me never trust sticks or snakes again.
Exactly.
No, I'm in philosophy 101, man, and that's challenging. It's like, what does it mean to have a fulfilled life, Maria? Tell me.
To be truly happy.
No, but what does that mean? What does it mean to be truly happy? How do you define happiness?
I'll get back to you on that once I think of like a really smart answer.
Does God think something is good because he determined it's good, therefore it's good? Or is something good inherently, and then that means God loves it? So is something
Hey,
pious because it's
God
pious,
is a
something
woman,
pious.
first of all.
Oh,
So,
okay, Ariana.
yeah. Grande said it, so it's true.
Oh boy, put that
I
in
see
your
no other evidence that it's a man, ever.
Oh, I'm not going to argue if it's a man or a woman or whatever it is. We're not going to talk about what God is.
Are you religious?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Are you Christian? Catholic? Methodist?
I'm trying to join a church group right now, actually. I just try to find time. They do it on Wednesdays, and I work on Wednesdays right now. Well, what would my denomination be? I would
Yes.
probably be. I just certify myself as a Christian right now. I thought I was going to be Catholic there for a bit, but then I, looked at the church and found some things I disagreed with. Touching little kids, I'm not cool with.
Oh, really? You're not cool with that?
No. I looked at some other religions, but I'm okay with some spiritualist stuff. But there's some things in like the Quran I don't like. But then there's things in the Bible I don't like either. We're
Want
not
to hear a
about
story that's really creepy?
absolutely.
We move into the apartment and we get this mail that's for someone else, right? And it's sent by a church. We did find a what are those? It's like a necklace thing that has Jesus on the end.
Crucifix.
Rosary. It was a rosary. The Jesus broke off of the end of the rosary in my hand, and then the rosary, like the metal part of it that's beaded, broke.
So what does that say about you?
Well, obviously not some great things.
Yeah, you want to hear a different religion story? That's kind of like that. Well, not like that
Sure,
actually.
sure.
So you know Marist High School.
Yes.
I was out there for a debate tournament, and I was walking past something, and it was pitch black. And this is when I had like my spitting problem. I never chewed, but I spit all the time, just for whatever reason. There'd be saliva in my mouth, like I'm doing right now, and subconsciously I just want to spit it out.
Gotcha.
And I was walking, I was spitting, talking, and we're just walking around. And I spit, and I was walking, and some kid yells at me, and I'm like, "What's your problem?" Apparently, I actually spit on Mother Mary.
Oh.
Like just hawked a loogie.
Whoa.
Right on her. Totally didn't see her. Pitch black. So I feel horrible about that. I'm probably gonna burn to hell for that.
Oops.
It is life, right? God will forgive me, right? Something like that. So actually, this you were not prepped for this question, but I'm gonna ask you it anyways. Okay.
Sure.
There is something in society nowadays called esports, which
Yes.
is video games.
Yes.
That is considered sports.
Okay.
As a person who is athletic like yourself and plays sports in college, do you consider esports to be sports?
Well, first of all, I'm not talented enough to play esports.
So you recognize them as sports?
Sure. If it's a sport, like let it be a sport. Like I don't really care. Like I'm not the person that's gonna be like, marching band isn't a sport. Esports isn't a sport. Whoa. You might offend some people with that comment. I really could not care what is thought of as a sport. I mean, NASCAR, not a sport.
Not a sport. Chess,
not
a sport.
No, that actually takes some effort right there.
But is that a sport? It's not. I don't think that's like a team activity.
I mean, is track not a sport then? Don't mess with me, Jacob.
Yeah, running in a circle.
Oh, really? So we're just gonna pretend like this?
No, I didn't say it doesn't exist. I just don't think it's that hard if you train yourself to run.
Jacob, I challenge you to a race.
Great. I'm gonna shoot you in your calf, and then we'll race.
Sounds great. 200 meters. I'll still beat you with a shot calf.
Oh, I bet. I will destroy you.
You'll destroy me.
If I shot you in the leg, you would be on the ground crying in pain.
I could probably still win.
No. Have you ever had like a sharp object go pierce through your skin?
I mean, I do have the rod.
The rod. It makes me think of something way different than what that is. I'm like, oh, the rod. You have a rod?
I mean, will not confirm or deny.
Will not confirm nor deny. Well, this could be your podcast. Maddie was talking about coming out as a joke. It was totally a joke. You can come out if you want on the podcast. You can be breaking news.
No, I don't really have any breaking news.
Oh, okay. D1 there's a lot of factors before you just decided and hope. But are you enjoying volleyball season?
I am. I'm actually really enjoying it. I have a cool team. We play fun games. We win most of the time.
Do you win?
Yeah, we're 21-9.
You've played 30 games already?
We're halfway through the season.
Wow, that's a lot of games.
We'll end with only like 50, but yeah.
I could not keep up with that season. That's a long season.
It is.
That's like multiple games a week.
Yeah, you're correct.
How many games do you have like in a single day? Is it like tournament how it was for you in high school?
I mean, we've played in a couple tournaments so far, but it's mostly just one game a day.
Do you guys have like an overarching playoff bracket thing?
I mean, so we have at the end of the season, there's NWACS, which is all of the different community colleges. I might honestly be wrong about this, so don't fact check me. But yeah, so then we'll kind of play a more bracketed thing. I can hear the car horn, but
okay, cool. Means my computer can also. Well, sorry everybody. I think it's done. So is a playoff bracket of all of it? Does it say local colleges, statewide or no?
I think it's statewide, but we also have some colleges in other states.
Oh, so might be like a Pac-12 thing, like a regional thing.
I think so. I mean, we've played in Washington already, a couple times. So
do you have your guys' version of a Super Bowl?
Honestly, I don't even know how the Super Bowl works.
Do you have a championship?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. That was a question.
And then someone wins and someone loses and
trophy to hoist up and you're like, ah.
I don't honestly know if there's even a trophy. We haven't gotten there yet.
That's depressing. Are both your roommates freshmen?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well never mind. I don't say you need to ask them. They should know.
No.
But I guess these freshmen are not. These freshmen are lame.
Excuse me, Mr. Freshman.
No. I have the credit though of someone higher than that.
I have the credit of a sophomore. Hey, did you know I'm 66% done with my transfer degree to Oregon State?
That's dope. So are you what are you gonna do then if your credits all get up and you're still there for volleyball in Benton?
Then I'll dual enroll and then I'll take most of my classes at OSU and then just be a junior next year.
How far away is OSU?
10-minute drive. But if you're taking the bus, it's like an hour and some odd.
Do you have a car there?
No.
Oh, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
Little brother has my car and my room.
Oh, your unreliable POS blue car?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's actually having a lot of issues with it right now.
That thing's the worst.
It fails now like 3 times a day.
That thing's horrible. Anyways, we didn't do the normal thing. You have a little brother, an older brother, a mom, and a dad.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Very close to my little brother. Very close to my mom. Getting closer to my dad since I've moved away.
Oh, nice. Does your brother still have that gross, disgusting, horrific man bun thing?
Oh, my little brother?
Yeah.
No, he cut it. It was so sad. I actually really liked his long hair. I got to like braid it and play with it.
Yeah, I know you cornrows it and stuff all the time at school. Or sorry, before.
I did it like 3 times.
You did way more than 3 times.
I don't know. I don't know how many times I did it, but he enjoyed it, so I did it. He's a good kid.
I don't know anything about his person. I'm gonna assume he's a good kid.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can trust me. He's a great kid.
I don't know if I trust you. We were in voice together. For those who don't know, Mario and I were in voice together for 3 years. It's voicing opinions to change everywhere. It's a group that spread diversity, equity, and equality. We wrote a book. We did a bunch of lessons, and we changed a lot of school districts in Oregon, California, and Washington.
Through public speaking.
Through public speaking, writing, all that type of stuff. I mean, through my public speaking, honestly, like.
Whoa, excuse me.
What?
I was great.
No, you were great. It's just, I was excellent.
You know what? I'm not even going to fight you on that because you might have been better than me, but it related to my point.
No, truthfully, all jokes aside, you did a phenomenal job and you really helped our cause a lot. That's why I chose you the second year because I saw great potential in you and I wasn't wrong. You have nothing to say to that?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I was about to say I'm pretty great. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people could have done the job that I did and would have been very passionate about it as well. I was very fortunate to be put in that position. It really helped grow me as a person and then also me in public speaking and really learning about equity, equality, how that plays out in a classroom, and then how that plays out in normal life. So it really did help me through the time that I was in there. So I'm very grateful.
And you are a phenomenal person.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Overall. I've known you for 4 years. I have the right and the title to say that.
I appreciate it. You're pretty great too.
Yeah, thanks. You only feel obligated to say that. Shut up. Speaking of obligations, it was not an obligation for you to be here today and to spend a large chunk of time with me talking. So I very much appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. So did you have fun today?
I did. I really did.
Was it the worst thing you've ever done?
I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever done.
It's up there.
I did get my wisdom teeth out, so. Okay,
so do this podcast and hopefully listening to it is a little bit above a wisdom tooth removal. So that's great. That's what I aim for. Above a wisdom tooth removal for all my videos.
No, it's actually been pretty fun. I enjoy talking.
Maria, thank you for joining me today. It was an honor and a pleasure to talk to you.
Well, thank you. It was an honor and a pleasure to talk to you as well.
Everyone listening, thank you so much for listening. If you have this far, if you could, please like the video if you liked it. Leave a comment down below of what you'd like topics covered if people mention next time, or just what you thought about in general, or if you just want to bash them, it's totally okay. Leave those down in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button, and thank you guys for watching so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.